Again, for all the folks out there saying you just suppressed a behavior, of course we did. That's the goal.
Hey bitch, what up? Guys, today I am back with another video, obviously.
You say no, just like that. No.
This is not the first time that I've seen this guy's training, but honestly, as my vet schooling progresses and I do more in-depth studies on animal behaviors, this guy's training just becomes more and more disturbing. And I think what's the most disturbing is the fact that he has like a following at all. Even if it was just 2 people, I would still be making a video about this because why? Why does anybody follow this guy? It blows my mind that anybody would agree with this guy and his training at all. And so you know what? I'm here because it's time to stop, Jeff, okay? But guys, before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor. We love a good sponsor on this channel because sponsors really do a tremendous job of helping this channel out. So thank you so much to PetCanva for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are unfamiliar, PetCanva, girl, it's one of my favorite things in the entire world. My husband, on the other hand, not so much. I basically have become obsessed with this company, and now I just want my animals' faces plastered all over my entire house, and he can't say no to it. On a serious note though, I know you guys have been seeing this photo of Link. It's been in my background and will continue to be part of my background for a very long time. This is a generous gift from PetCanva, but holy crap, these are such good quality, seriously. PetCanva is an amazing company. They care so much about the bond that people share with their animals and helping accentuate it. I know that all of you guys have your own beloved family members, your dogs, your cats, your horses, etc., and PetCanva is so perfect for this, for your current family members or maybe ones that have recently passed on. PetCanva is just such an amazing way to not only remember your pet, but always have them with you wherever you go. PetCanva tailors to all of your custom pet owner needs. You can get your pets printed on beautiful canvases, t-shirts, and phone cases, as well as blankets and much more. Honestly guys, this phone case is so cute. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, you can't even see it. Look at that. Look at that phone case. Seeing Link's face on my phone every single day is just a constant reminder of the financial burden I'm under by owning a horse. Seriously though, all of these products are just so adorable and so amazing, and I've just been so in love with this company for a while now, and I felt they were going to be a perfect fit for today's video. I mean, seriously, you cannot go wrong with any of these products. So if you guys love your animals, which I know you do, you can head on over to PetCanva and check out some of their amazing custom products for you and your family members to enjoy. You guys can click my link down in the description to shop their website, but otherwise, a massive thank you to PetCanva for sponsoring today's video. Let's go ahead and let's get into it.
Right?
No.
Jeff, buddy. Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
You know, I was gonna break out a bunch of Jeff jokes for this video, and I can't because I really don't want to compare this guy to anybody else whose name is Jeff, because he's so bad. I know that you guys are thinking, you know, Raleigh, his channel, it's not that big, who cares, don't make a big deal out of this. No, okay? I refuse to not talk about people just because they're not that big. If you're abusing animals, you don't deserve to be posting onto YouTube or any other social media platform, period. And what's so crazy, can we talk about this? YouTube has guidelines surrounding animal abuse, but they're just so lenient and so vague, and they let every single video slide. There are so many animal abusers that post videos on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't do anything about it. But yet they'll take down somebody else's videos for calling out those people and say it's bullying. The logic, am I right? Jeff Gellman is a self-proclaimed dog trainer. I'm unaware if he actually has any certifications or training under his belt.
Ladies, you know what intent is, okay? I'm talking to you because I want to have a conversation, or I'm talking to you because I want to take you home tonight, okay?
If you guys haven't seen my video that I posted on Cesar Millan, go watch it because I think this ties in so well into how I feel about dog trainers training dogs when they have no prior or previous qualifications that would make them suitable as a dog trainer. I've seen a lot of dog trainers, specifically Cesar Millan, I'm not trying to call him out, but who come out and say that it doesn't matter that they don't have any certifications or qualifications because they're just gifted. You know, Cesar Millan has this God complex about him. You should have qualifications in order to be professionally training animals for people. And the reason I say that is because there's actual legitimate training and behavioral science classes that you have to take in order to become a professional dog trainer in most circumstances. These behavioral classes and ecology, sociology classes are so unbelievably important into understanding not only the history of the species that you're looking into training, but how they interact with each other, how they understand things, the way that they communicate. This allows you to have a deeper insight into how you're going to be able to appropriately train that species of animal and how they're going to respond to different stimuli, which is so unbelievably important to make sure that you're not crossing the line from training to abuse. And all animals are trained differently. So this is something that pisses me off when I see trainers that do a one-size-fits-all. Every animal is different. Every species is different. Every animal is going to take something differently. Every ounce of training should be done on an individual case-by-case basis unless it's something that's generic.
We need to stop those moments. So you're gonna see that dog get bonked, right? Go ahead.
No.
We also push dogs past thresholds. This concept of keeping a dog below threshold doesn't work. You have to hit it head on, and we do it directly. So you're gonna see another fantastic, well-timed bonking. If some of you are thinking, going, God, it seemed a little bit too early. The dog wasn't really doing anything. We can bonk right there, right? Go ahead.
No.
The dog lunges at other dogs.
And that, my friends, is why it's important that your dog trainer has qualifications. I first became aware that Jeff was a real person when this video was circulating the internet. Jeff Gellman basically has a bunch of generic training practices that he obviously copied from every other dog trainer out there, but this is the training method that I'm going to be talking about in this video, and you don't need to analyze any of his other training methods to understand why this guy should not be around animals, because I feel like there's a very clear line with animals between what's abusive and what's not, and this is very clearly abusive. And Jeff likes to call hitting dogs on the head, which is what I just showed, bonking. And he likes to say, well, you know what? Let's just listen to what he has to say, shall we?
You don't bonk when the dog is already reacting. You bonk when the dog is thinking about reacting. How do we know when the dog is thinking about reacting? Number one, we talk to the client. Unless you stop the unwanted behavior, you are rewarding the dog. Every time the dog gets away with doing something you don't want, it's self-rewarding because you didn't say no in an effective way.
Oh my God, dude, I cannot with this guy.
So what do? You say no, just like that. No. Yes, it'll hit the head area. Then your dog goes, oh my gosh, that was terrible. They do. They back up out of fear. Again, for all the folks out there saying you just suppressed a behavior, of course we did. That's the goal.
Okay, so much to unpack right here. This is Jeff Gellman essentially trying to defend why he hit a dog for literally just sitting there doing nothing. Dog behavior specifically has to be corrected in the moment, not pre and not post. He seems to think, oh, we're gonna correct the behavior before it even happens. How do you even know that the behavior is going to happen? Dogs are not people, and dogs do not think the same way that people do. Could you have a good prediction of maybe what the dog's going to do? Sure. But the thing about correcting a dog's bad behavior is it has to be done in the moment when the dog is doing it. If you do it beforehand when the dog is just sitting there doing nothing, even if you suspect that the dog was thinking about it, oh, he was thinking about lunging, that's still not an appropriate time to correct the behavior. You have to do it when the dog does it. Otherwise, the dog is going to associate that correction with just sitting there doing nothing wrong. You guys know how I feel about hitting dogs, and psychologically and emotionally speaking, it does way worse to dogs than it does good. All that it does is it causes a fear-based response, or what we like to call flooding response, or also what we like to call a learned helplessness response. There's so many things psychologically that go on when you physically hit a dog, even with a bonking towel, and I refuse to let this be normalized. Anytime you see somebody trying to normalize hitting an animal, oh, we're just bonking them. No, no. Cut them off, shut them down, not okay. This is not something that needs to be normalized. It's not normal.
Again, for all the folks out there saying you just suppressed the behavior, of course we did. That's the goal.
Bro, did you just hear what you said? Do you understand that suppression does not equal correction? It does not equal a change in their behavior. Suppressing a bad behavior does not mean that it's going to go away. Suppression means that you are suppressing it for a limited time and the behavior is going to eventually come back. That's literally what suppression is. All that is happening is the dog is learning to be scared.
Now, a lot of times, a lot of people are being told, redirect it with food. Not too many dogs that I know of, that I've worked with, that I've seen, will ever take food when they're being aroused and looking at another dog barking. Barking, lunging, growling, and you present a food source because you think you're redirecting it, you're actually rewarding the dog. Think about that.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, because feeding treats is literally the devil. Because nobody's ever been able to train a dog to not do something by giving it treats, redirecting their behavior. You might beat this dog into submission, but as soon as the dog is not around Jeff Gellman or anybody that's not actively beating the dog's gonna go back to the same behavior because he was never trained to not do that behavior and why to not do that behavior. He just knows that if he does that behavior around that person, he's gonna be beat. That's not the same thing as training.
Where? Who? You been where? Where who?
He advocates against taking your dogs to dog parks. Socialization, because dogs are pack animals, is so important for dogs. It's so important at such a young age, even puppies, to start going to dog parks once they have their shots. Obviously, you want to keep an eye on your dog, and you have to take into consideration that when you go to a dog park, there's probably going to be some people who are idiots that may bring an aggressive dog in one day, and you'll have to deal with that. You have to be prepared for the off chance that there might be a stupid person bringing an aggressive dog to a dog park, and how to protect your dogs. Just because 1 or 2 dogs a year that come to your local dog park might end up being aggressive, that's not a reason to not socialize your dog. And your dog will almost definitely end up being aggressive or have serious social problems with interacting with other dogs if you don't take them to dog parks and you don't socialize them properly. Literally every single thing that this guy says that comes out of his mouth is really dumb and really stupid, unless he's just copying what any other dog trainer is saying on the internet.
And then I understand the narrative, oh, so you're using fear to train the dog. Yeah, we are right there. But let's look at this big picture. Big picture is the dog just starts walking fine. No one has to do this. But if you're struggling and nothing else is working, why wait? This will work.
It just bums me out, dude, that people like this are the people that end up getting famous. Anyway, this is my Jeff Gellman rant. I mean, you guys, you can clearly go and watch any of his videos. This dude's absolutely nuts. He's bonkers. Someone needs to bonk him on the head, okay?
No. What the heck was that? Have 2 or 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh, the world's coming to an end. Exactly.
That's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much again to PetCanva for sponsoring this video. Definitely check them out. Again, that link is going to be in the description down below. But otherwise, yeah, take good care of your dogs, okay guys? I feel like dogs are so unbelievably mistreated because everybody has them and everyone thinks they're a dog trainer now. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!